All right. So for number 39, cognitive psychologist. The majority of skilled artists are very creative people. All right. So the majority of skilled artists are very creative. So that means like more than 50%. And all people who are very creative are also good at abstract art. So, okay. So if you are very creative, then you are good at abstract reasoning, not abstract art. However, not all skilled artists are famous. So we're saying here that at least one skilled artist is not famous. So at least one is not famous. It follows that at least one person who are good at abstract reasoning are famous. All right, so this one is a little bit tricky. I have to digest this one for a minute. So we're saying that the majority of skilled artists are very creative. So more than 50% of skilled artists are very creative. And so if the majority of skilled artists are very creative, what does that mean about what else does that mean about the majority of skilled artists? So a majority, so not all, but a majority are very creative. And that would also mean that a majority of these skilled artists are also good at abstract reasoning. And then, but however we go, like not all skilled artists are famous. So it follows that some people who are good at reasoning are famous. I guess if we're trying to say that at least one people that are good at reasoning are famous, we could say that I guess famous artists are not all skilled artists are famous. I guess we could say if all people are that are very creative are if all people that are very creative are famous, people who are good at abstract reasoning are famous. Some people who are good at if we would say that, then we would guarantee that at least one person is that is good at abstract reasoning is famous. All right, so let's start with A. Most skilled artists are good at abstract reasoning. I mean, that's true, but that doesn't guarantee our conclusion that at least one person who's good at abstract reasoning is famous. So it's not A. B. Most people who are very creative are skilled artists. We don't have that going on anywhere. And once again, what does that have to do? We really need something that's going to bring in famous here. So it's not B. C, at least one skilled artist are not famous. I mean, cool, but that doesn't help us get to the idea that at least one person good at abstract reasoning is famous. D, all people who are good at abstract reasoning are very creative. Once again, cool, but we don't bring in famous anywhere. It's like, okay, not relevant. And then finally with E, this is going to, I'm hoping, be our answer. It says most skilled artists are famous. And so if most of these skilled artists are famous, that means that at least 51% of the skilled artists are very creative and at least 51% are famous. And so that would mean if we had 100 people, at the bare minimum, 51 of them are very creative. And at the very minimum, 51 of them are famous. So even if we had 50 not overlap, there would at least be one person, at least one, that would be both very creative and famous. And so that one person we know that is very creative would then follow through to say that most skilled artists are famous. It would make sense and it would allow us to be like, hey, at least one person who is good at abstract reasoning is famous because if all of these people here are famous, then there would at least be one that would end up here. And that's why E is our answer.